Hoake's so cool, you gotta wear shades. Welcome to Link, the show that connects filmmaking to life. I'm your host, Chris Cashin, and today, Hoake talks genetics and dips into the mailbag. Boom goes the dynamite.
Hey there, how y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Hoake's Corner. I'm Hoake, and this is my corner. Now, before we get into the main subject of the episode today, I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm on Twitter. Yeah, I know it took a while, but you can now follow me on Twitter at Hoake, at Hoakem. That's Hoakeem. Kind of like to get that trend in. It's kind of like a verb where, like, if you want to do something to somebody that you think I would do, you can be like, hey, go Hoakem. So, let's see what we can do to get that trend in popular and maybe in Webster's dictionary. Now, I know it took me a while to get onto Twitter, and I'm gonna tell you, for the longest time, I didn't even know what Twitter was. See, my family's been in the middle of a long-standing generational feud with a family of doves. Their ancestors pooped on my granddaddy's Studebaker, and, well, every time I hear the word tweet, I just come out shooting. So finally somebody sat me down and explained it, and I decided to get on there. So I'm gonna read y'all just a couple of my insights and wisdoms that I share on the Twitter. For example, woo, I am gassy. Had to check my pants for a major organ on that one. Wise words from Pappy, sometimes I call him Diddy. Someday, boy, you'll be in love. Till then, screw, screw, screw. Let's see here. Oh, this one, yeah. Well, it's hump day. I know that because a deer got started early on my car. I would have taken the shot, but not while he was in such ecstasy. Let's see. Oh, here's another Pappy quote. Boy, you need to whistle up at the sky, burp, and tool a bum with your fork. He'd been drinking, but I got the point. Oh, and this one. You only need one thing in life, but since cats can't read your thoughts, you gotta have a few other things to compensate. So there you go, just a few of my wise words on Twitter. Make sure to follow me, Hoake, at Hoakem. So now today's episode is going to be about science. Now y'all know I am a man of science, but recently I got to thinking, where exactly does my greatness come from? So I got into the science of genetics. Now there's a lot of fallacies out there about this science, mainly that they need your DNA. I mean, I ain't giving my chromosomes to anybody. I know what they do with them. I've seen them fly. In my opinion, bodily fluids shouldn't have anything to do with genetics unless you're talking about the fluids involved when you're doing it. So I have developed my own style of genetics where you can just use your two eyes. Or in the case of my cousin Stucky, 3, but the third one's lazy, so it really don't count. But you should be able to look at the shape of someone's skull, the distance between their eyes, just a lot of physical attributes that can tell you whether or not you're related to them. And just to prove that point, I did some research and found out who I'm related to and who I can cancel out of my gene pool. For example, based on shape of head, distance of eyes, brain capacity, I have discovered that I am related to Albert Einstein, Alexander the Great, and Tiger Woods. I've also been able to successfully eliminate from my gene pool Adolf Hitler, Benito Mussolini, and Justin Bieber. Now, also in the interests of science, I've been trying to figure out who my perfect genetic match would be to make the ultimate offspring. And after hours and hours of painful research, I have determined that that would be one Miss Jennifer Lopez. Now, you may be thinking that's kind of odd, or maybe I'm just trying to hook up with Jenny or something like that, but I'm sorry. It's fact, it's science. I can't do nothing about that. It's genetics. And just to prove that I'm not doing this just to get into her pants, well, I did some research and found out that I'm not her only genetic option. So, Jenny, if you're listening, you do have a choice. You can either choose me, a blind turkey, or a rotten tree stump. So, Jenny, the choice is yours. Now, we're going to close out the episode today by getting into Hoake's Mailbag. Let's see what we got here. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Dear Hoake, I am a co-host of a local morning radio show and have recently started watching you and realize you are the only man for me, you southern stud. Please may I have your number? Well, Deborah, I've seen you, and, well, the answer would be yes, but you see, all 4 of my cell phones have numbers on them that I got from the black market, so the government can't listen in on my calls. And I know it works because I haven't gotten a call from anybody in about 5 years. So you take that, government. But Deborah, you can still follow me and watch me and fantasize about me all you want. So let's see what else we got here. Oh, here we go. Here's another one from Chris. Dear Hoake, I am your biggest fan. Well, I doubt that, Chris. My biggest fan's probably a 300-pound Hawaiian lady named Marissa, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, I know I got the cure for what ails her, but don't spread that around because I don't want people to know I'm making homemade prescription drugs. He says, I attempted recently Hoake's eye pokes in a bar and was severely beaten by the object of my affection's muscular boyfriend. Please help. I would hate to have to take legal action. Your fan, Chris. Well, Chris, lots of luck taking legal action. I don't think you have a leg to stand on. You don't have much of a case. See, Hoake's eye pokes is infallible. It works every time. If it didn't work for you, you did something wrong. See, it's like if I were to construct a perfectly operating firearm and then give it to you and you shoot yourself in the face with it and then get punched by some chick's boyfriend. Well, that's not my fault, that's yours. So anyway, that's about all the time we have for today. So until next week, y'all stay tight and just like my daddy says, boy, get on out of here.
Thanks so much, Hoake. Be sure to subscribe to us, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also follow me at Chris Cashin, and we'll see you next week.
Cut.
Okay. Jeez. You know, Hoake is probably right about that, though. I mean, oh, and by the way, it was actually the girl.
The girl hit you?
Yeah.
Oh.
It actually was so.
Aren't you still rolling?
Still rolling.
You're an ass.
Action. I get to say action.
Yes, I know. I know.
All I get to do
Okay,
is say action.
and do the sound. Anyway, try it again.
Action.
There you go.